Yo, 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 good people. It's your homie HerbMan, busting you back upside the head with another hot banger boogie. Please go tell somebody your homie HerbMan is on. Yes, sir. And if you're new to the program, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please follow, like, share, and subscribe on all the platforms at Love HerbMan. All right. So I am your neighborhood holistic practitioner. I'm your homie HerbMan. All right. Welcome to the HerbMan Show. This is where we teach people how to heal themselves, and you cannot heal yourself unless you know thyself. So we're going to teach you here about the human frame and the human design so that you guys can be well on your way to the happiness and the wholeness that we all deserve. You also deserve that wellness as well. So we're going to make sure that you guys understand your human frame and your human design. You got to know that. You got to know how you was originally designed. You got to understand the environment for that design. Okay. And when you understand your blueprint and you understand how to create the environment that incubates how you were originally made, then you'll understand how to be able to be in bliss, in peace, and in awe in this particular paradigm. All right. So you guys know this is a free information station. You don't have to pay for anything that you hear here today. All you simply got to do is pay attention. And how we do that on the HerbMan Show is by double tapping that screen and getting us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. Look, I'm going to work for the likes. I want you guys to be able to also share, follow, and be able to get this information because it comes from the bowels of my spirit in order to be able to give this to you guys so that you can understand that God is real, nature is real, and your healing is real. Okay. And so before we get all into the experience, right, you know, this is an experience. I always say welcome to the experience, right, because we're healing people through spirit and science. All right. So we're not just going to learn today, we want to experience things that we talk about. And so before we talk about the truth, we have to feel the truth, right? So y'all know how we do it, you guys. Please go tell somebody to go tell somebody about your homie HerbMan. Before we get into the truth, we got to feel the truth, right? So we want to do what we always do, what I always teach you guys. You want to drop your shoulders. Yes. Drop your shoulders. You want to drop them jaws. You want to make sure that your tongue is not at the roof of your mouth. So you want to drop your tongue. And you simply just want to inhale through the nose, hum out your exhale. Just do that a few times. I got to get you regulated, right? We got to get regulated before we do it now. We got to get regulated, okay? Want to repeat this 5 times before we're ready. You may feel yourself starting to get warm. You may feel tingling in the skull, in the heart, in the throat chakra. That's good. All right. Now I need for you guys to put I'm here in the chat. All right. Want to put I'm here in the chat. I want you guys to drop into your body because your body already knows the truth. And that's a good thing about nature is you can't lie to nature. You lie to your doctor, your spouse, you lie to your therapist, you lie to everybody, but you cannot lie to nature. Okay. And that's what we want to teach you guys about today, which is why the owner's manual, all right, is the best health assessment on the planet because you cannot lie to nature. You can't lie to God. Okay. So repeat after me. I'm not here to escape my body. I'm here to listen to it. I'm not here to escape my body. I'm here to recognize its voice. I'm not here to escape my body. I'm here to recognize its voice. I'm not here to fight disease. I'm here to understand it. I'm not here to fight disease. I'm here to understand what disease means. Okay? Because the one thing about it, the truth of nature is that nature doesn't negotiate. Nature doesn't negotiate, pimper, but nature responds to each and everything you're doing. Remember that Mother Nature is the most fertile environment in the planet. So it don't negotiate with you about that. That's just what it is. So it's going to respond to whatever seeds you put out there, negative or positive. Nature is based on laws, not opinions, natural laws. You got to understand that the body is a biological instrumentation of truth. It don't know how to say do nothing else. Your mind can lie, but your body only knows how to tell the truth. Now, you can override your body signals. That's true. But it's going to come with some consequences. You can override your body signals. That's true. But you can't override the consequences. Okay? Nature will never lie. Disease will tell on you. It's just like if you were watering the plant. If you stop watering the plant, if you stop watering your plant, you can say it's healthy, but the leaves are going to tell the truth. You see what I'm trying to say? You can start watering your plant and say, girl, you know, that tree look good, that tree healthy. That's what you say, but why the yellow leaves? Why the leaves are dying? Because nature going to tell on you. Disease will tell on you. But you got to understand that symptoms are not attacks against your body. They are announcements that the body is not balanced. Somebody please put that in the chat. Symptoms are not attacks. They are your body's language. Symptoms are not attacks. It's your body talking to you. Now, whether you hear it or not is a whole nother thing. But symptoms are not attacks. They're your body trying to talk to you. And I want to ask you guys something really quick before we really delve into it. Where in your life have you ignored a signal? Where in your life have you ignored these signals? That's what you want to ask yourself. And when we live out of alignment and understanding the biology of dishonesty, when we live out of alignment, you make your biology shift. Remember that we're not trying to shift. We're trying to stay centered. Homeostasis is here. Balance is here. Mod was here. The scales are here, centered. Your place is to be centered. This is the human being, not the human doing. And so guess what? When you shift, I show you this all the time. If I'm supposed to be centered here, if I shift a little bit to the left of my consciousness, I may be too far away from the tools that's on my right side. If I shift a little bit too far to the right, I get a little too far away from accessing all of the tools on my left side. So when you live out of alignment, that's a biology shift. Your biology has shifted as well. Okay? So what we're talking about is what we always talk about, the nervous system, number 9, right? The crown chakra, the Aries in you, the nervous system. When you have chronic stress, that's sympathetic dominance. We know that. This is going to lead to poor digestion because you can't digest well when you're in fight or flight. This is going to lead to hormone disruption. It's going to lead to inflammation. Okay? Your hormones. If the cortisol stays elevated, that we already know that that's going to increase your heart rate. We also know that that's going to be immunosuppressive, leaving you privy to cold and flu. Insulin is also going to get dysregulated. We learned yesterday that insulin is the master hormone for all the other hormones. We also know that your reproductive hormones will decline, which is what the population control is all about. Keeping you so stimulated in this thing that you can't reproduce stimulated, you reproduce regulated. That's why the bedroom is such a very relaxing place, because it's where regulation ends up. When you get regulated, when you get at ease, when you feel safe with the brother and the sister, that's when life can be created. But as long as it's a stimulated event, it's just sex. When it's a regulated event, is when you're making love. Folks feel loved in that particular thing. The next one is your cellular environment. And when you are dehydrated, when you have mineral imbalance, and when you have poor oxygenation, poor circulation with the oxygen, your disease is going to tell on you. And none of us get sick overnight. When you drift out of alignment, it happens over time. So what have you been pushing through instead of listening to? Somebody tell me. What have you been pushing through instead of listening to in your body? Because nature never lies. Your diseases will tell on you. Ask yourself that. What have I been just pushing through instead of listening to? If you got arthritis in your knees, what is that telling y'all? If you got arthritis in your knees, if you got arthritis in your joints, you got carpal tunnel, what is this telling you to do? Anybody? Come on, somebody. I'm talking to y'all. Guys, we're live on TikTok and YouTube. Go get somewhere, get situated while your HerbMan come in and hand you the truth of nature. Manny says sit. Jared Collins says sit down. It's telling you to move. That's a lie. Cat said rest. That's the best way to put it. Okay? It's telling you to rest. It's telling you that you need to rest your bones, rest your fingers. If you got high blood pressure, what is that telling you to do? Come on, I'm teaching y'all. If you got high blood pressure, what is that disease telling you to do? Anybody dealing with high blood pressure, what is that disease telling you to do? It's speaking a language. It's trying to tell you something. God's trying to tell you something. Somebody said cut the sugar and the salt. That's not what it's saying. Relax, hydrate, stop worrying. Uh-oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Who that said that? Manny, one of my star students, okay? You learn this stuff in the HerbMan school, but I'm doing this every day for free to show you guys that you can learn this stuff if you keep tuning in to the HerbMan Show. High blood pressure is telling you to stop worrying. Stop worrying. If you got high blood sugar, what is that telling you to do? If you got high blood sugar, what is that telling you to do? High blood sugar. If somebody's walking around with high blood sugar, what is that telling you to do? The enlightened one said it, even though you said that for high blood pressure, that's really the answer for high blood sugar. If you got high blood sugar, it's telling you to fast, which is a part of controlling self. So that's right as well, Manessa. Okay? So disease is not a random thing. It is a pattern. It is language. Okay? And when you're looking at burnout, it's because the nervous system collapsed. When you're looking at diabetes, it's because of the metabolic miscommunication. When you're looking at hypertension, it's because of the pressure without release. If you're looking at hormonal imbalance, it's because you got out of rhythm. It's a rhythm disruption, okay? A lot to do with your sleeping habits, right? I'm gonna repeat that. If you're looking at burnout, your nervous system has collapsed. If you're looking at diabetes, it's metabolic miscommunication. If you're looking at high blood pressure or hypertension is what they call it, that's pressure without the release. If you're looking at hormonal imbalance, that's going to be rhythm disruption. Disease is the body revealing what the mind has concealed. Okay? And when you close your eyes and you feel what your body is trying to tell you, you can start getting more and more and more used to that language so that you can start listening to your body more. And when we do these hummings and these inhales and exhales, that's what I want you to do. Listen to your body, not listen to Chris Brown, not listen to Usher. We don't want you to listen to Finesse 2 times. We're not asking you to listen to gospel. We're trying to get you to be listening to yourself, to your voice. Everybody understands that. So we know that the fire element, right? The fire element, if you guys don't understand this, you get this in your owner's manual, okay? You just DM us or you go to the website, type in owner's manual to get this information. But your nervous system represents the fire element. Fire element represents the mental health department of life. And when you're out of balance here in that mental health department, that's when anxiety and burnout and overthinking can start to override you. And the truth of this is that you've been running so much mentally that you ran without restoration. Yes, you've been running so much that you're running without restoration. You got to restore. You got to give yourself time to rest the mind. We know that the water element is the emotional health department of life, but it's also connected to the hormonal system of the endocrine system, right? And when you're out of balance here, water element wise or emotional wise, then you're going to have hormonal issues. You're going to have reproductive challenges. You're going to have emotional suppressing, because the truth is you've been feeling, but you ain't been expressing. Trying to teach you something today. Okay. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. The earth element is your physical health department of life. It's also your structural, your skeletal system. But when you are out of balance earth-wise, the digestive system ain't working properly. You get tired and you get fatigued. The mineral deficiency starts to rear its head when your earth element is out of balance. But the truth is that you just been consuming and consuming and consuming, but you ain't been absorbing. Oh, somebody, come on. Consumption without absorption. That's the truth. And the air element is your spiritual health department of life. It's your breath, your rhythm, how you flow. But when the air element in you is out of balance, you have breathing issues. You have disconnection from people. You have a lack of clarity. The brain fog. The fog is of the air. And the truth is that you've just been existing without being present in anything that you're doing. So you can exist without being present. That's an air element issue. Every disease belongs to an element, and every element will tell the truth. And that's what you're getting in the owner's manual. That's what you get in your blueprint. That's what we're introducing to the world, to some, and remembering to others. You got to understand these principles, because your voice is your regulator. Somebody put that in the chat. Your voice is your regulator, not the frequencies outside of you, not exterior frequencies, not exterior sounds, not exterior songs, not exterior and the third, but it is your voice is your regulator. Somebody put that in the chat. Your voice is your regulator. Your voice is your regulator. Okay? Shepherd Abe Duckett, your voice is your regulator. Okay? So that humming and that eyeing and that oohing, that's what allows us to be able to regulate within. It allows you to be in entrainment. It allows the nervous system to synchronize. When you don't express, then your body will suppress. And these things start to become demonic and create the issues that you call disease and create the issues that you call symptoms. And so the thing is that we want you to be able to have the power to regulate yourself. Healthy expression is you can express anything. Don't suppress it. That's the healthy thing. The healthy thing is expressing without suppression. That's the healthy thing. It's not examples of anything. It's whatever you're going to express it without suppressing it. Don't keep it in, let it out. My granddaddy always used to say, he used to talk about Putin. He used to say, better out than in. Right? You want to get that poot out. Why you want to hold gas for? You got to let it go. Better out than in. It's better expressed than suppressed. So that's the example is anything. Express it, but don't suppress it. Okay? And of this rhythm, following the Son of God is a rhythm. This is a rhythm. Okay? You can see these are equal in shape. It's a rhythm. It's a flow, right? When you're sleeping with nature, you're in rhythm. You say, well, what you mean sleeping with nature? When the sun go down, it's time for you to start going down. When the sun set, it's time for you to set down. Sleep with nature. When the sun rises, it's time for you to rise. Sleep with nature. What about sexual suppression for a man that's not married? What's a healthy way to express it? If you're not married and you still need to express, you know what's the healthiest way to do. Why you want me to say that on TikTok? Duh. If you're not married and you're trying to have sex, then who you gonna have sex to if you're not married? Yourself. What I know we ain't in kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? If you're not married and you trying to have sexual contact, you can have it with yourself if that's what you need to do. Or you just wait until your crazy butt get married. Okay? You also need to eat with timing. And I explained this to you guys yesterday, that Taurus and Virgo are the only earth signs during the day hours. Those are your time. So Taurus is going to represent 8 to 10 a.m. Okay, that's Taurus. Virgo is going to represent 4 to 6 p.m. Okay, these are the eating times. You don't want to eat after the sunset. That's why you got a lot of fasts where people don't really eat until the after the sunset. So these are your eating times. You can do breakfast here. You can do lunch here. Then Cancer is going to be the water break, right? So the water break is from 12 to 2. Instead of you taking a lunch break, that's a water break. Okay? So you got eating with the timing. You're in rhythm. You're in flow. You're in rhythm. Number 2 is regulation. Okay? So you got rhythm, then you got regulation. All right. We teach you all of this on the HerbMan Show. You guys keep tapping. I'm going to keep talking. If you guys are interested in the owner's manual, please DM us and we'll get you this information. If you're interested in the HerbMan School where you can learn all of this information, then we have an early bird special where you can get in by the end of March and you get in for 50% off discount. It is a year-long course, okay? Because I can't teach you this in a few weeks. All right. Next is regulation. So this is how we do our breath work. This is where the humming comes in at, the stillness. This is where we're using our own sound, our own voice to regulate ourselves. You don't know why they used to do this in the church, but they were regulating themselves, and why they used to do this out in the pastures on the slave compounds, because they used to be able to regulate themselves even in the face of danger. They used to be able to use their voices. You got to be able to use your voice. We ain't talking about playing on Chris Brown. You are the instrument of truth. And you keep trying to go outside of yourself to find the answers. But on the HerbMan Show, we're going to teach you how to find them within you. You just need a chat flashlight. I want to be your flashlight. I want to be what they call that thing in the ocean. They got that light. What they call that thing in the ocean that got that light, so when you get lost, you know how to find that thing. I want to be your lighthouse. Thank you, Monessa. The lighthouse. The lighthouse is not only for when you're lost, but the lighthouse also allows you to understand how far away from land you are. The third one is restoration. Restoration is going to come in minerals, but if you don't know your blueprint, how do you know what materials to get for building that building, for building that wealth, that health, for building that rejuvenation, for building that repair, that detoxification that you want your body to do? It needs the material to do it. This, in other words, this is what we call minerals. Hold all calls. I'm real. You hold all of them until I'm able to be available from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Restoration, you must have the material. You get that in your owner's manual. You get them shipped to you if they come with your owner's manual. Restoration is in hydration. You get herbs that help you with the structured hydration. This ain't just regular hydration. It's talking about bottled water. But we know that hydration is through moving water. Somebody say moving water in the chat. The best hydration is when water moves. Water has to have motion, minerals, pressure. It has to have a sunlight, and it has to have cold temperatures. Your bottled water is stagnated water. How could it ever give you what you're looking for? Faucet water is better because it's moving water. Moving water has the hydration in it, and then the herbs would allow you to help you restore in your time of need. Restoration includes material, minerals, herbs. You get all of this in your owner's manual for a funky measly $50. You get a 7 to 10 page manual on yourself showing you how to get back into rhythm of nature. When you're out of alignment, nature is going to tell on you. Disease is going to tell on you. The next one is release. We show you how to emotional release through movement, through your voice, through your emotions. We're giving you the clues to how to express so that you don't suppress and create these seven deadly emotions. Deadly emotions is another word for demons. And so the herbs that we put in your owner's manual are going to help you with the nervous system part of this, the hormonal system part of this, the detoxification part of this, the structural part of this. You get it all in your owner's manual. Okay? And healing ain't about adding more. It's removing what's been misaligned. It's removing what's been misaligned. How many of you guys are ready to eliminate the misalignment? And when you're looking at our society today, this is the information that they're missing. Trump would want this if he saw me. If he saw this, he would want it. Because it's the truth. Your diseases will tell on you. Nature only responds to truth, not perception. Nature doesn't operate on what you believe. It operates on what a TI is. You can't keep saying you healthy when you ain't. You can say you healthy. You can look healthy. You can feel fine. But your body will tell on you, disease will tell on you. Because nature, it reads the inputs, not your opinions. You can think you fine, you can think you hydrated. But if your cells lack water, your body will show it in fatigue and in headaches and in dry tissue. Nature is a feedback system of really what you're putting out there in the dark spaces of your life. It's not a belief system, it's a feedback system. And disease is just a delayed truth. Yes, disease is just a delayed truth. Disease ain't about a randomness. It don't come from out of nowhere. It's a accumulated dishonesty to biological law. That's what disease is. It's an accumulated dishonesty to biological law. And we're not talking about moral dishonesty. We're talking about physiological dishonesty. And when you ignore rest, your nervous system gonna tell on you. When you eat against your body's biology, metabolism gonna tell you. When you suppress these emotions, your hormones are gonna tell on you. And when you stay disconnected from nature, your sleep habits are gonna tell on you. Somebody keep tapping, I'll keep talking. If you keep tapping, I'm gonna keep yapping. You gotta keep score, you guys. Can you put in that your body keeps score? Your body will keep score. Your body knows. Nature knows you. And we're giving you an opportunity to come forth. We're giving you an opportunity to stop lying, stop hiding. We're giving you an opportunity to get right with nature. What was silent becomes loud at a certain point. What was subtle becomes diagnosable at a certain point. Disease is your body saying what? What you've been doing, it doesn't match how you were designed. That's what disease is telling you. What you've been doing doesn't match how you were designed. That's what disease is. It's telling you that what you've been doing doesn't match your design. You've been out of alignment. You've been out of the framework of how you're designed. You've been going against the grain. And so I'm going to show you. Your body cannot lie, you guys. Put that in the chat. Your body cannot lie. Even if your mind can, your body cannot lie. And it communicates through pain. It communicates through lethargicness and fatigue. It communicates through inflammation. It communicates through hormonal imbalance. It communicates through mood shifts and skin changes. Your body can't lie. These aren't necessarily problems, but they are messages. Message. And symptoms are nothing more than data. They're not your enemy. Ain't nobody trying to harm you. These things are trying to help you. But when you got to disconnect, when modern life got you overriding your own body, When modern life got you overriding nature, you ought to know that you headed down the wrong way. Because we've been trained to push through so much, push through. I was talking to a sister the other day that just had to take a retreat. She couldn't push no more mentally, physically, emotionally, can't push no more. A lot of my people that I'm dealing with, they're tired, they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, so you can't push through the exhaustion. You're just too tired. When you got numb pain, and instead of interpreting it, you just numb to it. When you eat by habit instead of by rhythm. I just showed you the nature's rhythm of your eating habit, but you just eat by habit. You got that muscle memory. You're just eating by habit. You're not eating by the rhythm of nature. Modern life is allowing you to override these things. But you can't lie to nature. When you ignore the natural cycles of sleep and light and seasons, which is all what we're trying to do with your owner's manual and with the blueprint, is to put you back into remembrance that, oh, this is really how I'm supposed to live. This is really how I'm supposed to be. And if I get like this is where the best of me comes out. This is where my gift gets incubated and it gets into the right environment. Now you can create the ideal you need for your health. Now you can create the right ideal you need for your wealth. Now you can create the right ideal you need for your family structure when you get back in the rhythm. A stimulated mind can't reason and can't make the proper decisions. Can't y'all see that? When you're overly stimulated, you're in this fight or flight, you're making scared moves. Scared money don't make no money. That's what they used to say back when I was coming up. Scared money don't make no money because you can't make the right decisions. And it ain't because you're dumb, it's because you're overly stimulated. So we create this gap between what we feel, what we force. And in between that gap is where the disease will start to grow. Diseases will tell on you because diseases reveal the patterns in your life. Chronic stress exposes that you got high cortisol and you got hormonal imbalance. Poor metabolic regulation is going to tell on you in the form of diabetes and weight gain. Emotional suppression. Oh, I ain't suppressing no emotion. Emotional suppressions will tell on you if you're dealing with depression and anxiety and tension. Disconnection from rhythm. Well, how you know I'm disconnected from the rhythm? Because I be getting up, hugging trees, I do everything. Disconnection from the rhythm will tell on you in the form of fatigue and sleeping disorders. Nutrient depletion will tell on you in the form of your hair, skin issues, your allergies, your weak immunity. This condition is the receipt for your lifestyle. These diseases are the receipts for what you put out here in your lifestyle. But nature has a way to always bring you back into balance one way or another. And you either are going to align voluntarily or you're going to get forced into alignment. Which one do you want? Y'all let me know. Keep tapping, you guys. Let's get us up to 100K. Thank you, guys. If you're interested in the owner's manual, which is what we're talking about, for a funky, measly $50, you can get this in the palm of your hand. Okay? If you want your blueprint, which comes with the owner's manual and the herbs, get it. If you're looking for a detox and you want to get your owner's manual and you want to get your herbs, go to the website and type in Healer's Package. If you don't know what you want, but you just want to be preventative in nature, go to the website and type in Panacea Blend and get that. If you're looking for high blood pressure, type in Vitality. If you're looking to cure your blood sugar, type in Sugar Blend. Okay, we got everything that you need. Okay? We got everything that you need. Now, which one do you want to do? Be forced or you want to be voluntary? Carl said, I want to go with nature. Deacon said, I'm pre-diabetic. Okay, go to the website, Deacon, and type in sugar. That's the one you need. I ain't hear nobody say nothing. Do you want to be aligned voluntarily? Or do you want to get forced into alignment? Voluntarily or by force? Thank you, Sunshine. Sunshine said voluntary. Voluntarily, okay. That's what I assumed that you would say. But some of you guys are actually being forced into it. You're telling me this online, but some of you guys are already ran into the roadblock and you're being forced into alignment. Voluntary looks like this: getting your owner's manual today. Voluntary looks like getting your owner's manual before things happen, getting it for your children while they 3 and 2 and 4 and 5 and 9 and 10 and 12. Voluntary looks like, let me get ahead of this thing. Voluntary looks like, you know what, I ain't nothing wrong with me, but I see this brother, hear this brother, and feel this brother, and know that nature sent this brother for me to understand that I need to get a grasp on it before I'm forced into alignment. Voluntary looks like awareness. It looks like discipline. It looks like rhythm. Being forced looks like you already got some symptoms. You already burned out. You already got a disease. Nature ain't trying to punish you, but it is trying to correct you. Can you hear the voice? Are you too far away from the frequency of Mama Nature to hear her song again? Saying, come home, my children. I've never left you, nor have I forsaken you. You the one who left off the range. And you left so far off the range that you can't hear me calling your name. I remember my grandmama used to call us when the lights came on. Mama, Shantae. Used to hear all around the block because we was never too far to hear her frequency. I'm gonna stop right there, man, and let y'all understand this thing. Boy, I come from the country. This was embedded in me. It's my journey. I was built for this and born for this. And this is where my philosophy really is shining today. You can lie to people. You can lie to yourself. But you cannot lie to your cells. You can't lie to nature. Because your cells are the constant communication within you. And it's in constant communication with the sunlight. Your cells is in constant communication with the proper water. Your cells is in constant communication with the minerals and the frequency and the environment. You might not be, but your cells are. And they're going to respond instantly, and they're going to record everything that's going on in your life. Disease is not a betrayal. It's a revelation. I'm going to ask you guys something. Where are you at when it comes to the rhythm? Is anybody living on the rhythm? Does anybody wake up when the sun rises and go to and kind of shut everything down at sunset? Do you know where you're at out of rhythm? I'm asking y'all. Are you guys out of rhythm? Let's put it like that. Based on what we've talked about, how many people would say, yeah, man, I'm out of rhythm, man? If you're talking about me getting up with the sunrise here and me going down with the sunset, I might be a little out of rhythm. How many of you, put some ones in the chat if you feel like you're out of rhythm? Based on what we talked about here, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Put some ones in the chat if you feel I'm out of rhythm. Let's just be honest, man. Let's stop lying a little bit. You know, somebody said a little. Still holding on to them white lies. A little means you is or you ain't. A little means that I am out. Okay? You start doing them little littles and them little bits and them good, you're in denial. Okay? So you see how many people witnessed right here? We got over 100 people on the chat, and everybody said they're out of rhythm. That's a check. That's a check. Boom. So we're out of rhythm. Okay, that's fine. But at least we can admit to it. We don't stop. We stopping lying. Okay. Now, we showed you about alignment as well, right? So are you in alignment with the sun, with nature, or are you not? Put some ones in the chat if, based on what we've talked about what alignment is, put some ones in the chat if you are out of alignment. If you feel like, okay, based on what he's saying, I may be out of alignment. Put some ones in the chat. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Because this is how we get over. This is how we get over. Okay? So almost everybody here still feels like they are out of alignment. Okay? That's okay. Now, you ain't got to worry about working on it, sunshine. Either you is or you ain't. We don't want no long sentences. We either want a yes or a no. And then we check that, yeah, you know what? Based on what you're saying, my brother, I may be able to see myself being out of alignment. And that's okay. All of this is okay. Because we're going to show you why in a minute. Okay? The next one is, are you out of truth? Where are you out of truth at in your life? Truth. And I taught you the other day about the story of Jesus and Barabbas. Jesus is symbolic to the Son. And that scripture said that Jesus was the way, the truth, and the light. And what we did was we sacrificed the way, we sacrificed the truth, and we sacrificed the light on Calvary. And we decided that we didn't want to know the way. We didn't want to know the truth. And we didn't want light to be shed on our dark habits. We voted on that in the Bible, right? Because Pontius Pilate didn't want to sacrifice the way, the truth, and the light. But so he gave him a choice. Which one y'all want me to let go? They wanted Barabbas because Barabbas is like us. He's a criminal. He's a thief. He's a whoremonger. He's a drunkard. He's a drugger. He's like me, man. I'd rather have somebody like me than somebody coming on here trying to tell us to change, man. Jesus over here trying to change everything. Brother said the Mosaic law ain't good. He done said that this ain't good. He done turned over tables. He just a problem. Even when Martin Luther King was here, y'all don't know, but some folks thought Martin Luther King was a troublemaker. Starting trouble with these good old white folk. You over here trying to start trouble. So sometimes people will sacrifice the truth to live in the lie. Sacrifice the real way to live in their own way. Sacrifice the light to live in darkness. So we're going to put this up here because I know for a fact that that's what we're choosing to do. You guys keep tapping and I'll keep talking. Let's get us up to 100,000 likes during the live broadcast. But the thing about it is, when you acknowledge that I'm not living in rhythm, I'm not living in alignment, and I'm not living in my truth, you've never had something to hold you accountable to that. You've never had an assessment that that hit me right there. You've never had an assessment that you can't lie to. This is a lie detector test, but we don't even ask you no questions. You don't have to ask you no questions. You don't have to offer up no questions for this. You just give us your birthday and it'll speak the truth on you. Last night I did a podcast and it was the same thing. And one of the guys was like, "Well, you was correct on everything but a couple." And I knew what he was talking about because he didn't. That's why I don't like doing these live, because he didn't want to face the fact that he got a problem with. So his little problem was truth and lies. And I knew he didn't say that, but he said, "Man, you accurate on everything else but a couple things." I said, "What was the couple things?" Because first of all, I shouldn't have been accurate on one thing. If I only got your birthday, I shouldn't have been accurate on nothing. But for you to tell me that I was accurate on everything except for two is because you didn't want to receive that you got a problem with truth and lies. You got a problem with it in people, and you got a problem with it within yourself. And I'm not going to be ashamed to whoop you in the spirit. Because some of us need spiritual ass whoopings. You've been lying too much. You've been living in the dark spaces too much. And your body ain't trying to attack you. It's just trying to report to you what you're doing. Every sick symptom that you got going on, you need to recognize it. It's a signal. Every condition is a conversation that your body's trying to have with you. And every disease is a truth that you can no longer ignore. And your owner's manual is trying to get you to know thyself well enough so that you can stop lying to at least yourself. To at least yourself. And once you stop lying to yourself, it's very easy to start telling the truth of people. So I'm tapping with both thumbs. I get you, I got you. But it's that lying. And in the owner's manual, we don't even request for you to say anything. We don't take doctor's diagnosis. We don't take self-prognosis or diagnosis. I just simply need your birthday and let mama tell us about a child. Mama knows you best. Somebody put in the chat, mama knows best. Mama knew her children best. Your mama may not know you best. Your daddy may not know you best. But there's a parent that supersedes all creation. And that parent is the creator. Yeah. You keep trying to ask creations about you. Creation ain't going to tell you nothing about you because they're creation too. Why would the lion try to talk to the bear? Why would the bear try to talk to the tiger? Come on, man. You know, we in a race. Why would I try to help you beat me? Why would I try to help you beat me? So that's why you got to watch what you're seeing in marketing, on social media, in the books, on the platforms. Why would somebody help you beat them if this is a race, you guys? Can you do my daughter's birthday so she can see this is real? Yeah, when your daughter want to do it, we can do it. If your daughter can't believe in me now, I don't want to do a birthday. If I can't compare your daughter by me speaking and she can't see my spirit, it ain't nothing I can do to convince your daughter. Okay? Your daughter got to want it, not you, mama. Okay? Your daughter got to want it, not you. And one day she'll want. See, one thing about folks that think they healthy, the youth, they don't think that they need to take preventative measures. But prevention is cheaper than the cure. So she gonna wait all the way till she need me. Let's hope that I'm still here. Okay? That's what people do. They're gonna wait all the way till they need you. They're gonna go down there and take all the pills from medicine. They're gonna take all of the advice from the doctor. They're gonna take all the energy out of them. They're gonna do all the dialysis they can do, all the cancer treatment they can do, all of the immunotherapy they can do, all the radiation they can do. They're gonna take all of the x-rays they can do till they feeble and can't do no more. Then they want to find HerbMan. You too late. It's too late. If I can't get you when you're healthy, I really don't want you, because you're always going to end up aging. You're always going to end up in a situation. So why wait until you're unhealthy? Get it now. And when your daughter want it, we'll be sitting here waiting for in open arms to get her what she needs. But you can't do it for her, mama. She's gonna still be in denial. Okay, she's gonna still be in denial because you're doing it for her. So unfortunately, we just gotta wait and be patient. But just tell her that she don't need to be so patient to where she become a patient. Do it now while she still has the right mind. She's not overstimulated to make the wrong decisions and the wrong reasonings. That's how the medical system gets you. You're so stimulated, you're so fearful and scared that you say, oh, they said I'm about to go, I'm about to die. I got to do this treatment. I got to do this surgery. Yeah, that's how they get you. Done my daughter, mama, sister, best friend. There you go, man. You just got to do them, right? Regardless if they believe it or not. The paperwork will speak for itself, you guys. You guys get 7 to 10 pages of this information, okay? For $50, you get 7 to 10 pages of information about what mama designed you to be. And when I say mama, I'm talking about what nature manufactured you to be. And you got so many buttons in your spacesuit that you don't even know about. There's so many things and gifts about you that you just got to get in the right environment to incubate. Some of you guys' gifts can't be performed because you're not in the proper environment. Some of y'all are just not in the right environment to come to full terms with your gifts. And we're trying to make sure that you understand what those things are in you. Yes, it is personalized to you and you only. You can't go give it to nobody else. Listen to your mama about listening to Mama Nature. Yeah, she'll listen. We ain't gonna get on her like that. I already done whooped her in the spirit. But when she ready, she'll be ready. And hopefully I'm still here to be able to help her. I'm still blown away in my own percent accurate. Yeah, just by birthday. Can you do my birthday? Baby D, it takes so much information. I would love to do you guys, but what I can do is say, if you guys send gifts, right? The biggest gift, I'll do your birthday. That's all I can do. Because if I do you, it's so many other people on here they're gonna want me to do it. It's just exhaustive. It's a lot of information. Okay. What gifts open in you in the beginning? The ministry opened up my gifts. So me coming up in the Christian background, I knew that I wanted to be like Jesus. I just had to know who Jesus was. And when I realized that he was just old ghetto cat from Nazareth, that anybody could do it, that anybody could be it. But I also knew that there was more to it than just preaching. It was tangible things that you can do to help your people. I don't just gotta send you out of the church to pray. We can also help you with your bank accounts. We can also help you with your relationship. We can also help you with your health condition. Church don't do a whole lot of that because the ministers are not as equipped. So I realized that I had to not only be a minister, but be a doctor. I had to combine the two. And they ain't gonna let you do that in that particular arena. So I had to be able to get out and facilitate the world in the way that I knew I can. Okay? Just like that old song say, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor and he write all of my prescriptions and he gives me all of my medicine in this room. See, he wasn't just a preacher. He was a doctor prescribing medicine. Y'all don't know me, man. I tell you, I'm old school with this thing now. I told you. We doing this for real. Come on, TikTok, man. Why y'all playing with my screen? Let me TikTok out of the way right here, y'all. So I listen to things intently. You know, I was the only child, you guys. So Jesus was my best friend. He was my imaginary friend. That's how I came up as the only child. Going to church every day, every Sunday, Friday, Tuesday, Bible study, Wednesday, Bible. So it became my imaginary best friend. Okay. And when that happened, I realized that I had powers within myself. And then fast forward, when I got into the military, I was in the U.S. Navy. Mingnan, if you want yours done, we can do yours, Mingnan, because you just sent that gift. We appreciate you. If you want your birthday done, we'll do it. And as I got 18 in the military, okay, in the Navy, I was in the ocean in Japan. And when you're in Japan and you on the ocean and you're seeing what that water doing I was on the second largest ship ever created in the Navy. Okay, 12/21/74. I was in the second largest ship ever created in the Navy, and it wasn't nothing to water. And at night, with no street lights, the ocean and the sky, you can't tell the difference between the two. I started seeing my ego go down. I realized that we don't run nothing. We ain't dominion over nothing. You say you dominion over something, but let me put you in the jungle with them lions. Let me see what you're gonna do without no pistol. You say you the guard, well then let me put you over there with these bows without no pistol. You say you the queen and the goddess, well then let me put you over here with the tiger and see what you can do. Old Dominion, you running thing. You say you the baddest mofo, well let me drop you off in the ocean and see if you can ride with the whales and the dolphins and the sharks. You say you the king of everything, but then let me put you over here with the eagles in the air, the owls of the night, and see what you can do. It brings your ego down, but it brought my value up in my understanding of Mama Nature, of God. And that's what did it. That's what did it. 12/21/74, okay? 12/21/74, all right? Most of this would be a Sagittarius. So this is the last day of Sagittarius, okay? So we know that this person, Sagittarius, okay? That's your starting point, is going to be your destination. You must make it around this full circle of life to get back to Sagittarius. Your starting point, your birth date is your destination. Somebody put that in the chat. Your birth date is your destination. Somebody put that in the chat. Your birthday is your destination. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna teach you this really quick with Mignon right here. If you guys want to do this, send a big gift. You're on here, okay? Your birthday is your destination. Thank you, KK. Your birthday is your destination. Now we know that she's a Sagittarius. That means that that's a fire element, okay? Every Sagittarius, we also have to account for the other sun in you. So when the sun is right here, the moon is dark in what area? Gemini, okay? So that's the air. She got both of these in them, okay? Got both of these in them. So that's a fire, air. Now we need to get the third element. How do we do that? By adding these numbers up like a life path number. We call it your model number. So 12 and 21 is going to give you 33. 3 plus 3 is going to be 6. 1974 is eventually going to be 17 plus 4. That's 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 and 6 is 9. Right? That 9 is going to make Mingnan a firebender. Okay, so this person is a fire, air, fire individual. Okay, a fire, air, fire individual. Now, where is she on the map? We know she started here, but where is she currently at? Well, from 74 to now, you're 5 years older than me. Okay, so that means that you are 51 years old, right? You'll be 56 this year. So you're 51 years old. So we can find you there, but we also got to quantify how many years she did in Sagittarius. Well, she was born on the last day of Sagittarius, so you only did 0.4 months. Okay, so 0.4, every life lesson is worth 10 years. So 0.4, 10.4, 20.4, 30.4, 40.4, 50.4, right? So if this is 50.4 here and she's 51, then she's right here in Taurus. Okay, so Mignon done made it all the way from Sagittarius to Taurus in her life. And she's in the first year or so of this. So within the first year, Mignon has started to really gain her personal possessions, everything that she wanted personally. She's starting to see that starting to flourish in her life. Okay, everything she wanted personally, whether it was a sense of security with the money, or if it was material things like a car, a house, whatever it was that she wanted, she's starting to see those things come, Mignon, because she's in the Taurian phase of her life. She's also growing and developing this stuff as well. Now, what we can say about Mignon is at 0.4, 10.4, 20.4, 30.4, so around 35 to 45, there was a life change, old to new. Okay? From 35 to 45, there was a life-changing event in Mignon's life where she went from old, some stuff had to close, some closure to some stuff that brought some new things to her life. She don't have to worry about it until she gets back up here to Gemini and Cancer. Mignon, where you at? I don't need you running off nowhere now. You don't put the gift out there. Let everybody know what you're hearing. Okay? But the real thing is to see where you at, see how far you've come and how far you need to go to get back to Sagittarius. Okay? All right? To get back to Sagittarius. So you have a lot of time to get back to Sagittarius. Okay? So that's the thing that you want to look at, Mignon. All right? If you have from 35 to 45, did you have a life-changing event, Mignon? Ilion. From 35 years old to 45, well, there's a life-changing event where some stuff had to come into some closure. It may have been an old relationship or something like that, but it had to come to closure. And then that new phase started. You went from old stuff closing to new things arriving in your life. I'm talking to you, Mignon. Don't be so slow, because we got to keep it moving. What that is, when you counted her first 10 years, did you start in Sagittarius or Scorpio? Yeah, you got to give her Sagittarius. She did 0.4 months. So then the next one is 10.4, 20.4, 30.4, and so on and so on. Yeah, you got to give her stuff. Left my husband and moved out of state. Closed down some old stuff, went to some new. You see that, Mignon? Close some old stuff, and I say the old relationship, but you close the old stuff and went toward the new in this time frame. And now guess what? You're now in that phase where you're going to build yourself back up, your personal possessions, things that you can do for yourself, things that you're going to get, you're going to get them. And you got 9 more years to get it, Mignon. Okay? So just embrace that Taurian phase of your life. Brace this, because this is, you're about to provide security for yourself. You're growing and developing it, but you're about to provide security for yourself, personal possessions. Okay? Easy. And we didn't need a time, we didn't need a location, we didn't need all that stuff, man. You don't need all that old crap. You don't need all that Jupiter and okay? You don't need all of that. All right? Now, what you got to worry about from a health standpoint, okay, from a health standpoint, is a little different. So if you have been dealing with issues, and a Sagittarius and a Gemini, I'll tell you guys this: Sagittarius can be very detached, but the Gemini in you makes you very sociable. So you go back and forth from socializing to kind of need space for yourself. You socialize, you need space for yourself. You're a firebender, you want to watch your mental health. You think things going to go wrong, they will. When you think things are going to go right, they will go right. So watch how you bend your fire. Watch how you bend your mental. Your thought life brings you everything, okay? All right. Your thought life brings you everything. If you have been dealing with current issues in Taurus, okay, current issues in Taurus, if you've been dealing with anything, it'll be something to do with your nose. Okay, your sense of smell, something may have happened to your nose. That's if you have got physical issues. All right, that first deacon of Taurus is going to be about the nose. Okay, if you haven't, that's fine. We don't want to wish nothing on you. All right. All right, Mignon, you got any other questions? Okay. So now this fire, air, fire, from this standpoint, you got to look at self-control. Okay. Mignon, you got to watch your self-control issues. Okay. The other one is the 9 right here. So that's going to be attachments and addictions. Let me put that here. You can have an addictive behavior. Okay. You can have an addictive behavior. So you want to watch out for that. All right. Okay, you can have addictive behavior. So that's your fire. Another one in you is the air. Sometimes you think about your past, Mignon. Okay, you can be stuck in the past. You kind of always thinking about what you should have done, what you did do. Girl, I remember I was doing this with Rico. I remember this. And so sometimes that past thing can be very depressive. So you have the ability to be stuck in the past and can be very depressive. You got to watch out for your addictive behavior. Watch out for your self-control. If you don't watch out for them, what can happen? Self-control can lead to digestive issues. It can lead to blood sugar issues. This air element thing could lead to autoimmune issues, immunity issues, allergies, sinuses, all that type of stuff. And also the mental part of this, that the nervous system part, that addictive behavior can start to lead to sleep deprivation. You're not getting enough sleep at night. You're overthinking. You're tossing and turning, and you can be privy to mood swings as well, Mignon. Okay, that's all I can show you right here for free. Okay, that's all I can show you right here for free. But I appreciate the gift. Let everybody know what you think about that reading. She just said spot on so far. So the biggest thing about this, Mignon, is that not only does this going to reveal to you some of the things that you didn't think, they're going to reveal to you some of the issues or tendencies. It also will reveal to you the solutions. So when you get your owner's manual for that little funky measly $50, you ain't just getting a 7-page liquid on issues. You're getting it on not only what can happen to the piece of equipment, but how to fix it as well. All right. All right, that's what an owner's manual would do, right? It tells you about how to maintain that piece of equipment. It's going to tell you how to get the longevity, how to get the performance, and how to get the usage out of it that you need, and also come with a maintenance schedule. So yours ain't going to be no different. Your owner's manual going to tell you how to get the longevity out of your life, how to get the greatest performance out of your life, the optimal performance out of your life. It's going to tell you how to use yourself, and it's going to show you how to maintenance yourself. Mignon Elian, my pleasure, my pleasure. Can I get another manual? Mine did have 7 pages. If yours didn't have it, it just didn't have it, Nadi. It just didn't have it. As long as it's accurate, it's accurate. Okay. We put way more information in it than we did before. You don't need 7 pages, you just need accuracy. Okay. Nadine, you don't need 7 pages, you just need accuracy. You're not finna work me for nothing now. As long as it's accurate, that's all I care about. You don't need 7 pages, you just need accuracy. Okay? Any other gifters will do you as well. Okay? So now you understand why you can't lie to nature. All we did is we took this person's birthday. We didn't need a blood type. We didn't need a blood sample. We didn't need to do scan frequencies. We didn't need to do a urine sample, no stool sample. I didn't need to get that little culture from your little nasty bump down there you got down there to figure out something. We didn't need to do none of those things because Mama already knew about Mignon. Mama Nature already knew about Mignon before any of us ever did. And the doctors and everything is being so microscopic that they got to look into your blood to figure out what's going on. But we want to be macroscopic and zoom out and look at the life of the individual to see what's going on. Do y'all understand that? Put some ones in the chat if you get this, right? The modern medical facility is very reductionist and very isolated. We're trying to pull out of the frame and see you in a totality of what God's design for your life is. And we can make more better remedies and assessments from here than here. You know, when you in something, you miss stuff. When you all down in the blood, when you all down in the microscope, I can bust you upside the head. How you gonna see me bust you upside the head if your eye in the microscope? Huh? You down in that, you got that little one eye in there, I'll come and slap your ass upside. How you gonna stop that? Because you can't see peripheral. Come on, somebody. You can't see your surrounding. Pull out, my brothers and sisters. Pull out of this situation, and you can see this person for who they truly is. And you can see yourself for who you truly is. And that's what the owner's manual and the blueprint is trying to get you guys to see. And when you can pull out, then we call this the 360-degree or the all-seeing eye. The 360-degree or the all-seeing eye perspective. That's what I'm giving you with the owner's manual. How can I stop hay fever as an air element? Well, that's what I'm saying. As an air element, you're already privy to immunity and allergies, okay? So what you're going to have to do is eat more green foods, okay? Remember that these also come with colors, man. Right? So the air element in the chakra is green. Will help support your immunity. Okay? Eating more green foods will help support your immunity. Eating more leafy greens, more sea vegetables, stuff of that nature. Dark green leafy vegetables, right? Don't just go around with the same old spinach and kale. All that. No, try watercress, arugula. Okay, watercress, arugula, collard greens, what else? Bok choy, and just different little greens that really provide that oomph. Okay. Also, you can go sea vegetables and go chlorella. Chlorella has a very dark green color. Okay. And you can just put that in some of your vegetable juices, or you can just add that to some of your dishes. Okay. Name the elements and their colors, please. What elements? It's the rainbow. The rainbow. So what they call that? The rainbow colors. You got red, yellow. You got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. That's the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Bill, right? Manissa, stop trying to work me. Work yourself. Stop trying to work me on him. Okay, that's the colors of the rainbow. That's the colors of the chakra. Roy G. Bill. Now you supposed to know this stuff now. You're supposed to know the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Bill. They're trying to work the hell out of me. Hell wrong with y'all. Roy G. Bill. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. That's the 7 chakras. Okay? Roy G. Bill. You said air is green. What's earth? Red. Hold all calls to 12 o'clock, you guys. I know it's 11:59, but hold all calls to 12, please. Okay? Roy G. Bill. That's the colors of the rainbow. Any other questions before I get off of here? I got people already calling, so I'm going to have to get up off of here. But if you got any questions, if you're ready to start your assessment, if you're ready to stop lying to yourself, stop lying to others, and understand that you don't have to tell me nothing. Just give me your birthday. Let nature do the rest. Okay? I appreciate all of my thumb words for the 116,000 likes. I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Okay? If you guys got questions, you let me know. What's water? Water is 2 different ones. You got 2 of everything except for air. Okay? So Roy G. Biv, and you see this right here, y'all take a screenshot of this. You see that? Earth, water, fire, air, earth, water, fire. Now, if I said Roy G. Biv, then you can understand what the watercolors are, right? Roy G. Biv. Earth, water, fire, air, earth, water, fire. You start over. 3 up top, 3 below, 1 in the center. Roy G. Biv. I love you guys, man. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Until next time. Guys, go get your owner's manual and your blueprint, man. That's what y'all need. If you need a detox and you want to do everything, get your healers package. If you got high blood pressure, get your vitality blend. If you got diabetes, you get your sugar blend. Okay. If you're just trying to just get a health assessment, go to the website and type in owner's manual. Okay. If you want to learn this, then get into the HerbMan school ASAP. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. We love you. We love you. We love you. Peace, peace. We love you. We love you. Peace, peace. Love you. Love you.